Good morning and welcome to Monday Morning Yoga. Let's get started. We're going to begin with some brain gym today. So, waking up the right and left hemispheres of the brain, getting them to work together is the goal of brain gym. Helps you have clear thinking, be grounded, centered, focused. So, we'll start by massaging our scalp. Just massaging the scalp like you're shampooing your hair. And then imagine your fingers are like octopus suckers and stick them to one spot and see if you can move the skin over the scalp. Little different movement. Then go to another spot, do the same. All over, moving the skin over the bone. Beautiful. Then we're going to massage our forehead, massage our temples, massage your cheek, massage the front of your throat and the back of the neck. Just milking it, squeezing it 2, 3 times. Then reach across, grab that trapezius, give it a squeeze, milking it a few times. And then holding it with steady pressure, turn your head slowly side to side. Now, where you're holding, if you feel your tallest finger press in, you're going to be right at the top of your shoulder blade. That is your attachment site for a muscle in your neck and shoulder called levator scapula. If you can just press on that, it might be a little tender. Hold for a few moments. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful. Release that other side. Milk the trapezius a few times. And holding it with steady pressure, slowly turn the head side to side. Get a little stretch in the neck. And then taking the tall finger, press it in against the top of the scapula bone. Breathe. Beautiful. Release that and let's zip it up. Draw the energy up the midline of the body, activating the governing vessel and the conception vessel. These are acupuncture meridians that run up the back, over the crown of the head, down the front. We're just drawing that energy up, activating it. Perfect. Now take your left hand, place it over your navel. Right hand is going to find brain buttons. These are points just underneath your clavicle. You'll find little indentation there. These again are acupuncture points. We're stimulating. Breathe. And now we're going to switch hands. Right hand holds right over the navel, left hand at the point below the clavicle. Just stimulating those points. And we're going to make an X with our fingers. Stare at that X. Notice where it crisscrosses in the middle. And then close your eyes. See that X in your mind's eye. You can also make an X out of your whole body. Starfish pose for yoga. Hold here. Again, paying attention to right where that midline is, where it crisscrosses in the middle. Feel it in your body. Eyes are closed. See it in your mind's eye. Beautiful. Now we're going to come into a crossed position, a modified eagle pose. So backs of the hands face one another. Cross the right one over left and clasp the hands. Then bring the right leg over the left and then wind those hands in. Good. Hold here. We're going to add more to this by activating the eyes. So gaze down at the ground and then gaze up at the sky. And then gaze down at the ground and gaze up at the sky. One more time, down at the earth and up at the heavens. Give yourself a little squeeze. In fact, release the hands and give yourself a hug. Massage down your arms. And let's go to the other side. So let's uncross the legs, recross it, left over right. Backs of the hands face each other, left over right this time. Twist it in. Once again, squeeze everything in. We're crossing all the major joints of the body here. Gazing down at the earth. Gaze up at the heavens. Gaze down at the earth. Gaze up. Last time, gaze down and gaze up. Squeeze everything in, squeeze, 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 and then release the hands into a hug. Give yourself a hug and massage down the arms, uncross the feet. Imagining you've got each hemisphere of the brain in one hand. So left hemisphere and left hand, right hemisphere and right hand. We're going to inhale. We're going to bring those hands to touch above the head, connecting the hemispheres of the brain with some kind of electrical sound. Then holding that connected brain above the head. This is a yoga mudra. Hold, breathe. Feel the connected brain. Feel the connection. Right and left polarities connecting in the center midline. Then place that connected brain back in the cranium and let the fingers wander down to the forehead for positive points. Your fingers are pressing again. You'll feel a little slight indentation in the forehead. That's right above the eyes. And just holding here. Release any negative self-talk that may have been wandering around in your mind. Let it float away. And let's replace it with some positive self-talk. Think of an I am statement that you'd like to embrace today. I am grounded. I am calm. I am centered. I am powerful. I am strong. I am capable. Whatever your I am statement is, speak it to yourself now. And then releasing those points, we're going to take our right hand, stabilize the chin. So our head stays stable, only our eyes are going to move. We're going to extend our opposite hand out and we're going to stare at our fingertips. We're going to trace a figure 8 laying on its side like an infinity sign. And we're going to follow our eyes as our hand moves along that path, tracing the figure 8. Waking up our eyes, exercising our eyes. When you get back to the midline, I want you to stare at your fingers and draw the hand in. Follow that hand all the way into your nose. Then switch hands. Stabilize your chin with your left hand. Extend the right hand out. If you can remember which way you were going and go the opposite direction as you trace your figure 8, laying on its side, up the midline, around the circle, If there's any place along this path that you lose visual contact with your fingertips, then make your circles a little smaller. Breathing easily, gently as you follow this path, waking up the eyes, giving them a little workout. One more full figure 8. And then next time you're at the midline, pause, bring that hand in, follow it hand, and then shake the hands out. Beautiful. Nice. We're going to massage our ears next. So uncurl, unfurl them. A lot of acupuncture points in the ears that relate to the whole body. Uncurl, unfurl them. Then go into all the little nooks and crannies inside, stimulating the ears, massaging them. And then give them a gentle little pull. Hold here, breathe. Perfect. Now we're going to go into cross crawl. Let's start with right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee. Good. Then hand to foot, activating that inner thigh. Hand to foot in the back. Back to hand to knee. Let's do doubles. 2, 2. Hand to foot in the back, doubles. Back to singles, hand to foot in the front. We're waking up that brain, activating it. Good. And we'll come down for earth buttons. Right hand finds the point in the chin crease just below your bottom lip. Left hand finds the top of your pubic bone. Let the knees be soft. Feel your feet connected to Mother Earth. These are earth buttons. We're grounding ourselves. Breathe. Maybe rock forward and back on those feet a little bit, and then let them spread and be full. Press into the base of your big toe. Press into the base of your little toe. Press into your heel. And then imagine the center point of that triangle is another acupuncture point called the bubbling well point. Imagine the energy of earth bubbling up into your feet. Feel that energy flow up your legs. Feel it up through your torso, through your neck, lengthening the neck, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. As it expands out through the crown of the head, we're going to switch our hands. Take your right hand, find your tailbone. Take your left hand, find the place just above your upper lip, below your nose. Breathe. Feel the expanse. These are called space buttons. Feel the expanse as you extend and expand out into the space all around you. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. And then shake your hands out. Rub them together. We're going to do a few more warm-ups here. So we're going to start by tapping our sternum, activating our thymus gland. So tap, tap, tap. Perfect. Next, we're going to go through our triple warmer smoothie. This is from Donna Eden's energy medicine workout. So taking flat hands against the eyes. We're using the sound A. We're going to use the vowel sounds here. A, E, I, O, U. So take a deep inhale. Chanting the sound A as you slide your hands gently across your eyes. A to your temples. Hold here. Sound E. E. Circle your fingers around the back of the ear. Sound I. I. Arrive at your mastoid process, the top of your sternocleidomastoid muscle. And using the sound O as we trace down the front of the neck. O. Reach back, hold those trapezius one more time. Grip them. Take a breath. And then slide the hands to heart center. You. Perfect. We're going to do that 2 more times. Placing the hands over the eyes, flat. Sound A. Inhale. A. Hold at the temples. E. Circle around the back of the ear. Stroke down the sides of the neck. Oh. Reach and hold the trapezius. Take a breath. Fly the hands from here to heart center. You. Take a breath. One more time. Hands are flat across the eyes. Big inhale. And fold the temples. E. Circle around the back of the ear. Down sternocleidomastoid. Oh. Hook the hands on the shoulders. Take a breath. Inhale. Drag to heart center. One more breath over the heart. Bring the hands into prayer pose, pressing the backs of the thumbs into the sternum. And let's set our intention for today's practice. What do you want or need out of this experience? Tape inhale. Maybe setting your intention for the whole week. And using the sound Om to ground that intention into your body, mind, and spirit. Bring your hands down by your sides. Pausing for a moment, feeling the groundedness, the solidity of mountain pose. Sweep the arms up, big inhale, reaching towards the sky. Bend into the knees as we forward fold. And just hang. Keep those knees deeply bent. Bring pinkies to elbow creases. And just hanging here, shake your head out. Take your shoulders out. Gently sway the body right to left. And then find stillness, letting gravity pull your head towards the earth. You can start to straighten your legs just to that point of delicious discomfort where you feel the sensation of the stretch. Being mindful that if anything's painful, you back off. Throughout our practice, really listening to the body. Any signs of pain means you've gone too far. Back off. Be in that place where you feel the sensation of the stretch. Perhaps there's a delicious discomfort to that sensation. But as we hold the stretch, any discomfort dissipates and it's replaced by pleasantness. Throughout our practice, feeling the joy, the pleasure of the poses. Take a deep breath, let it out with a sigh. Release the hands towards the earth. Bend into those knees a little more deeply and start to roll up, stacking the vertebra, head and neck last to come up. And then we'll roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Continue to roll those shoulders. And then we'll sweep the arm up, back, and down. We're scooping. Our hand is facing up in the front and facing down in the back. Circling the shoulder up, back, and around. Beautiful. Last one. Lift the shoulders to the ears, let them drop, lift them up, let them drop. 2 more times. Perfect. Now we're going to gaze down and gaze up, gaze down and gaze up. Come to center, gaze left, gaze right, gaze left, gaze right. One more time each direction. Come back to center, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. Stay on the left. Bring that left hand up to gently rest on the head. Extend that right arm out. Circle the arm. And then reverse that circle. Reach the hand and the head in opposite directions. Knees stay soft here. Feel the stretch. Release the head, come back up to center, and then right ear to right shoulder, right hand rests gently on the head, left hand reaches, circle that arm, reverse that circle, and then reach the hand and the head in opposite directions. Breathe and hold. And release that, let it rise up. One more time, squeeze the shoulders up and then let them drop. Whew. Bring your chin to your chest. Again, knees stay soft as we circle the head and neck up to the left, down to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Reverse directions. Inhale up to the right, exhale down to the left. Perfect. Last one. Good. Raising your head up, facing forward. Walk those feet together. So heels and toes are touching, or just a little bit separated, whatever's comfortable for you, but not wider than shoulder width stance. Sweep our arms up, big inhale. We're gonna take our right hand, clasp the wrist of our left, and gently lean to the right, pushing the hips to the left. Use your hand to gently pull on your arm, creating some length and some space there. Breathe. Nice side body stretch. Opening up the space between the rib cage. Good, holding here, few more breaths. Rising up to center, reach tall, tall, tall. And then take your left hand, grab your right wrist, and pushing the right hip to the right, leaning to the left. Make sure you're not folding forward, that you stay lateral. This is a lateral stretch. Open to the front, smiling. Good. Use that bottom hand to gently pull on the top. Breathe, stretch. Rising up to center, reach tall, tall, tall. And then we cactus the arms and we lean back, pulling the shoulder blades towards one another, lifting our heart up towards the heavens. Let the head fall back and then tuck the chin a few inches. Beautiful. Holding here, breathe. And then rising up, keeping your hands in this position, bring the hands to meet in the center. And then lift the hands up slightly, just till you feel stretch in your shoulder joint. Holding here and breathe. Open the arms back up. Reach up towards the sky. Once again, we're going to bend into a forward fold. Bend those knees. Once you're in forward fold, just hang and start to straighten the legs slightly. Bring your hands up to your shins and flatten the back, extending the crown forward and the tailbone back. Breathe here, creating some length. And then forward fold, come back. If your hands reach the earth, you can place them on the planet. Bend into the knees and roll up, stacking the vertebra once again. And come into mountain pose. Pause here for a moment. Sweep the arms up, big inhale, hands come into prayer pose, and touch forehead, touch lips, touch heart center. May we be pure of our thoughts, words, and actions today. Once again, hands come down, we sweep the arms up, clasp the hands, extend the forefinger, hugging the ears with your elbows. And once again, we'll move into that side bend. Feel the stretch. Use the bottom hand to gently pull on the top. Smile. Reaching up towards the heavens and over to the other side. Coming back to center. Open the arms with the cactus arms and reach back. Opening the heart, opening the shoulders. Come back to center, bring hands to touch. And then we're going to wind the hands. Might need to sweep that right arm under the left, coming into our eagle arms. Once again, lift the arms up. Slight back bend here. You're going to feel this stretching your shoulder. Come back to center. Shift all the weight into the left leg. Lift that right leg up and over, wrapping it. If you need to kickstand it, kickstand it. But if you can balance on one leg, find your drishti, that point that's not moving, and come into full eagle pose. Again, kickstand is fine. Feet are both touching the earth here. But if you can balance, we want to invite that balance pose. Release the leg, release the arms, sweep the arms up. And we're going to sweep that opposite arm underneath, wrapping the arms again into our eagle arms. Reach up, bending back slightly, feel it in your shoulders. Come back to center, bend into that right leg now. Lift the left leg up and over. Again, you can kickstand it if you need to. Find your drishti, that point that's not moving. Balancing on one leg, breathe. If eagle arms is not happening for you, you can always do a hug here, like we did earlier. Perfect. Release that leg, release the arms, sweep them up, big inhale. And we're gonna swan dive down. Halfway lift, flat back. And then come down onto all fours for tabletop. Toes are curled and we're gonna move through cat-cows. Inhaling, belly drops. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Inhale, gazes up. Exhale, gazes down at the knees. 2 more. Good. Come to a neutral flat back, release those toes, extend the left leg straight back and the right arm straight forward. Holding here, creating length in the spine, space, shoring up the middle, strengthening our core. Draw that belly button up towards the spine. And then we're going to curl elbow to knee 3 times. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. Last one. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. Bend that back knee, reach around, clasp your hand around the foot. Draw the heel towards the glutes, feeling a stretch in the quadricep muscle, the front of the thigh. Lift the knee slightly. Push the foot into the hand, getting a little bit of a stretch in the shoulder as well. Hold here, breathe. Release that, reach long, hold here. And then set the right hand down and the left knee down. Move through a cat-cow. Recenter your spine. And then extend that right leg straight back and that left arm straight forward. Once again, shoring up the middle. Reaching long. Here we're creating some space and some length. We're creating strength. We're working on our balance. Breathing easy, slow, deep. Then elbow to knee 3 times. Curl in, extend out, exhale in, inhale out. Last one. And then reach long, long, long. Bend that back knee, reach around, clasp your hand around the foot. Draw the heel towards the glutes first, then lift the knee up and push the foot into the hand. So feeling this in the quadriceps and shoulders. Release that, extend out long once again. And then setting the hand down, setting the knee down, move through a cat-cow. And go ahead and curl the toes, walk the hands back, feeling the stretch, the whole plantar surface of the foot. Turn your hands so that your wrists are facing away from you and put some pressure there. As you lean in to the earth, you're pressing back against the toes, opening up the whole plantar surface of the foot and the forearms. Really good for those of us who are either on our feet a lot or on a computer a lot or working with our hands. Breathe and hold. You might want to rock side to side a little bit on the toes. Some movement there. Release the hands. Keep the toes curled. Come up so that you're sitting tall on the knees. Bring your hands to your low back, the backs of your hands pressing into the low back, and push your hips forward. Good, breathing. We're here in a modified camel pose. You may stay here or reach your arms up one at a time into flying camel, bending back slightly. If this feels good for your body, stay here. If you want to deepen this stretch, reach one hand at a time back for your heels and come into full camel. Let the head drop back and then tuck the chin, pushing the hips forward. If you wanted to deepen it even further, uncurl your toes so that the top of the foot is flat against the mat. That will deepen this stretch. Otherwise, stay here, hold and breathe. Whenever you're ready to come out, go ahead and reach one arm at a time back up into flying camel and one arm at a time behind the back. Push forward and then release the toes and sit back on your heels. Hero pose. From here, we're going to move into rabbit. So slide your arms down. So forearms are on the mat and the top of the head bends and touches the mat. Stay here, or if you want to deepen rabbit pose, you can reach back around for your heels and raise up the mid back so that the crown of the head comes more fully to your mat. Releasing that, rising up back into hero pose. Pause here for a moment. Lean forward, coming all the way down. Chin resting on the mat. Either zipping up the legs like a giant cobra tail or widening the feet as far as is comfortable for your low back comfort. Push hips against the earth. Rise up into cobra pose. Elbows are hugging the body here. Hold here, breathe, smile. Lower slowly. Pause for a moment, take a breath. We're going to rise up again, once again, into cobra pose. Slowly lower down. Bring the arms above your head. Lift left leg, right arm, and lower down. Lift right leg, left arm, and lower down. One more time each side. And lower. And lift. And lower. Now we're coming into Superman. We're going to lift both arms, both legs, and fly like we're Superman. Exhale everything out. Inhale, lift everything up. Balancing on the navel. And here, swim. Move the arms. Kick the feet. And release down. Resting your forehead on your hands. Take a few breaths here. Good job. We're going to push back into child's pose. So curl your toes just so you can lift yourself up, and then uncurl the toes so the flat of the top of the foot is against the mat. Walk your hands back till your sit bones are near your heels. Extend those arms way long above your head and let the forehead gently come to rest on the mat. Taking 3 deep cleansing breaths here, letting the breath out with a sigh or a sound. You can also extend the tongue and do a Kali breath here. Big inhale. Let it go. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Rising up, we're going to come seated. Extend your left leg out. Bring your right foot to the inner thigh. Turn your torso and line up your torso with the extended leg. Sweep the arms up, big inhale. Exhale, fold over that leg, reaching towards the toes. Maybe you reach the toes, maybe your hand's just on the thigh, the knee, the calf, the ankle. Wherever it lands is perfect for you for today. Just be with that. No judgment, just notice, breathe, hold. Slowly walk your hands up your leg until you're seated upright. Take your right hand, place it on the earth. We're going to sweep up into a modified side plank. So knee is against the ground. You're reaching your hand and your foot in opposite directions. Stay here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can bring that other foot into a full side plank. If you're in full side plank, let the knee drop again and return back to your seated position. Switching legs, extend the right leg out and bring the left foot to the inner thigh. Turn your torso, line it up with the extended leg. Sweep the arms up, big inhale, and folding over that leg, reaching towards the toes. Again, holding at the thigh, knee, calf, ankle, foot, all perfect. You may notice that one side feels different from the other. Again, no judgment, just noticing how the body responds to the poses. Looking for that place of pleasantness. Walk your hands back up. Place the hand to the side, sweep the other arm up, coming up into our modified side plank. Reaching the hand and the foot in opposite directions, balancing on the left arm. Stay here, or if you want to challenge yourself into full side plank, straighten that left leg so that the weight's on the feet. Let that knee drop, and then returning back to a seated position. Extending both legs out. We're gonna slide down the legs, reach for the big toe. If you can wrap your peace fingers around the big toe and pull yourself forward just to that point where you feel a stretch or sensation in the inner thighs. Slowly rising up. Now bring the soles of the feet to touch. Clasp your hands around that. And once again, leaning forward. Still working inner thighs and adductor muscles here, but probably feeling it in a little bit different place, probably higher along the thigh. Rising up, let's cross the legs. Comfortable cross-leg position. Sweep the arms up. We're going to come into a spinal twist. So right hand to left knee, left hand behind the sacrum, pushing into the earth, growing your spine a little taller, and then starting to use the leverage of the hand against the thigh to twist and gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, gaze just a little further. Exhale, slowly unwind, pause in the center. Sweep the arms up, big inhale. And then exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind the sacrum, sit up tall, and then start to twist and gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale, gaze a little further. Exhale, slowly unwind. Pause here. Switching your legs, so one leg is undone from the easy seated pose, coming into our deer pose. So you have two 90-degree angles here, and start to walk your hands over that right knee, just to the point where you feel the stretch in the hip. You can stack your fists, lean your head on your stacked fists. Rise up. We're going to twist a little bit. We're going to change from deer pose into half pigeon. So just turning your body a little bit, walk that back leg back. Your right knee is near your right hand. Your left foot is bent in towards the body, but coming towards the left wrist. And we're going to fold over. You're going to feel that stretch still in the deep lateral rotators of the hip, but probably in just a little bit different area. It's just a small adjustment from deer pose, but it really deepens that stretch. So hold here, head resting on stacked fists. Now you can stay here, or you can start to sit up and bend that back leg and reach around. And grasp the foot or ankle. Release that foot back to the earth and come seated again. And we're just going to switch the legs. So both feet are in the same direction, 90-degree angle. The knee, line up your torso with that front knee and fold over it. Stacking the fists, resting your head on the stacked fists, feeling that stretch in the hip joint. Feeling that stretch maybe all the way down the iliotibial tract on the side of the thigh, or maybe just in the glutes and the deep lateral rotators of the hip. Wherever you feel it is perfect for you, just breathe into it, using that breath to facilitate relaxation of the muscles. Rising up, twisting towards the left, and then just twist the body into half pigeon by bringing the leg across so it's parallel with the front of the mat, sliding the right leg back just to that place where it feels perfect, and then lower back down, stacked fists for your head to rest on. Just changing the vector, the placement of that stretch slightly by switching from deer pose to half pigeon pose. Melt into it, breathe into it, let everything just relax and soften. Again, if you're feeling any kind of pain, you back off. Don't want to cause the body pain or discomfort. We really want to be in a place of pleasantness that allows the body to relax deeper into the pose. Rise up. Again, shift back onto your hip, coming all the way around. We're going to move the flesh out from underneath our sit bones, sweep the arms up, legs are extended straight in front of us, and forward fold, reaching again towards those toes. If you need to bend your knees, do so. Otherwise, legs are straight, reaching towards the toes. Start to release that and roll back onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest, and then bring the soles of the feet towards the sky, clasping your hands around the outside edge of your foot, coming into a happy baby pose. Big smile on your face, feet pushing up at the same time, arms pulling down, creating that oppositional forces. Hold here, breathe. If you want to rock side to side a little bit, big smile on your face. You're a happy baby. You want to bring your thumb to the crease between the big toe and the second toe, about a half an inch down. Your liver 3-point, stimulating that. Two of your four gates in the body. Breathe. Release that. Hug the knees in one more time, and then extend the legs out slowly. Rock on the heels, toes go in and out a few times, and then the toes gently fall out. Reach your arms down by your side body, palms facing the sky. And take a deep breath, let out a big sigh. And just melt into your mat. One more time, big breath, big sigh. Feel the body just soften, relax, melt as you allow yourself the glory of Shavasana. You can thank yourself silently for showing up today to your mat, for moving through, appreciating that your body can make these moves and do this practice. That's so beneficial to your health, your well-being. Release any tension you may still be holding anywhere in the body. Let it just melt into the mat. Deepening your breath. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle your toes. Circle the wrists and circle the ankles. First one direction, then the other. Rub your palms together, rub the soles of your feet together. And hug those knees into the chest. Place your hands underneath the thighs. We're going to roll the lengths of our spine 2, 3, 4 times, massaging the whole spine and back. And then rocking yourself up into a seated position. Sweep the arms up, big inhale. As you bring hands together over your head, touch forehead, lips, and heart center. Close the eyes. Feel the body for a moment. Nice deep inhale, let it out with the sound Om as we close our practice today. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank yourself for moving through. I thank you. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.